Hello, dear students. Welcome into the third lecture on analytical method validation. Myself, Mr. Mangesh Pale. I am working as an assistant professor at Gokhale Education Society's Arts, Commerce and Science College, Jawar. Dear students, into the previous lecture, we have started validation parameters and validation processes. In that, we have seen two parameters such as accuracy and precision. Okay, remaining seven validation processes we are going to study into this video lecture. Validation parameters and validation processes. First one, selectivity. Second, linearity. Third, sensitivity. Fourth will be the range. Fifth, LOD, that is limit of detection. Sixth, limit of quantification. Seven, ruggedness or robustness. Okay, these are the total seven parameter we are going to discuss today. Out of the seven, two we have already completed, in that accuracy and precision into the previous lecture. So third number will be the selectivity. The selectivity is the extent to which a given method can measure analyte of interest in the given matrix of the sample without interference from the matrix. The matrix effects can either be positive or negative. The selectivity is the ability of a method to analyze the analyte in complex matrix. What is the selectivity? It is the ability of a method to analyze the analyte in a complex matrix. See, suppose we are going to study particular given method for a sample, or can say analyte of interest in a given matrix along with the matrix of the sample. But in that case, here the measurement of the analyte of interest, that will be without interference of the from the matrix. But at that time, that matrix effect either positive or negative, that means the matrix actually reacts with the analyte or will not react with the analyte, but the selectivity will be totally different. Or you can say, when it analyze the or measure the analyte of interest from the matrix, it should measure the without interference from the matrix. So selectivity is the simplest one. It is the ability of a method to analyze the analyte in complex matrix. Fourth number, sensitivity. The sensitivity of a method is the ability to distinguish two different concentrations and is obtained by slope of the calibration curve. What is selectivity? It is again a method which is having ability to distinguish, to separate two different concentrations, and in that will be obtained by slope of the calibration curve. Suppose same calibration curve is there, but two different sample is there. When we find out the concentration of that different sample solution from the same calibration curve, here the value we are getting from the slope, that should be the different one. So actually sensitivity is what? It is the ability of a method to distinguish that different two concentrations or the values that we are getting from the curve, calibration curve. The sensitivity and precision figures will decide how many significant figures should be reported in the final results. See, from a method where from calibration curve we are getting two different values, okay, of these two different samples. But when we report the data or the results of that sample at that time into the figure of that particular result data, how much significant figure we have to write, that should be depend on that totally how the precise figures we are getting of that sample from the calibration curve. That is the sensitivity. Now, fifth number, linearity. The linearity study will verify the linear response of detector signal with analyte concentration. Ideally, the detector response should be linearly proportional to the analyte concentration in the prescribed concentration range of sample solution. The linearity study is performed using standard solution at 5 different concentration. These 5 concentrations levels detect the curvature on calibration curve. For systematic linearity studies, each standard solution should be measured at least 3 times. Suppose when we prepared 5 different standard solutions, okay, and when we study or the analyze or take a reading of the total 5 standard solutions with the help of same instrument, then we will get the different values with increasing orders. And when we plot or draw the calibration curve, we will get straight line curve with the help of that different concentration values, okay. And for systematic linearity studies, each standard solution we have to measure at least 3 times. That means 3 times when we analyze particular single standard solution, then we will get 3 times data or 3 times calibration curve. Okay. Then linearity data is judged from coefficient of determination, that is R square. See, linearity data coefficient of determination denoted by small r square and y-intercept of linear regression line. See, that means when we plot the calibration curve with the help of 5 standard solutions, we will get the straight line graph, right? Okay, but when we extrapolate that straight line, that will be intercept to the y-axis, okay, and the value should be r square is greater than 0.998 is considered to be acceptable linear whose data points are fit to regression line. The y-intercept should be a small percentage of target analyte concentration. Sixth number, range. The range of the method is the concentration range over which acceptable accuracy and precision are obtained. This also includes linearity. Seventh number, limit of detection, in short you can say LOD. It is the smallest amount of analyte concentration which can be detected and not necessarily estimated by the given method. To determine LOD, the blank matrix is analyzed first to determine blank value and its standard deviation. Then same matrix is spiked with analyte close to the detection limit The limit of detection is the concentration calculated to give a response equal to blank plus 3 standard deviations. LOD. The relation they have given LOD is equal to B plus 3S or O plus 3S, where in this case B is the blank signal and S will be the standard deviation for blank. Okay. 8 number limit of quantification. It is the lowest concentration of analyte that can be estimated accurately within the given matrix by the method. For a low Q, an acceptable precision is typically 10 to 20% relative standard deviation depending upon concentration level measured. So relation LOQ is equal to B plus 10S or O plus 10S. Generally, a detector response giving the signal at least 10 standard deviations above the blank is taken as minimum analyte concentration, which can be accurately and precisely estimated. Ninth number, ruggedness or robustness. The ruggedness is the precision of the analysis of one lab over several days. This includes multiple analysts, multiple instruments, different reagents, different columns, etc. C. Ruggedness or robustness is the precision of the analysis. That means we have to analyze or we have to done the analysis of different experiment on different instrument or equipment in a one lab over different or several days. For that we have or we can use different reagents and different columns too. A ruggedness study will identify the factors which contribute to variability of the results, and such factors should not be changed. The robustness of method refers to how sensitive is the method to the small, deliberate or uncontrolled changes in different parameters like size of sample, temperature, pH, change of column, etc. It also includes evaluation of stability of reagents, standards and samples with time and change in conditions. Example, pharmaceutical products robustness is ensured by stability studies, that is long-term stability and short-term stability. Also, stability is assessed at different conditions like pH, temperature, humidity, UV light, etc. The reproducibility studies is the analysis of same sample between two or more labs. A reproducibility study generally focuses bias of the method towards particular lab or instrument. This bias of a method should also be within defined acceptable limits. Okay, so we have seen total 9 parameters. Here the chapter number second from the number 4 we have completed. From the next lecture we are going to start the first chapter from the unit number 4, that is thermal methods. Okay, for today, thank you.